How do you think Danny Elfman's inclusion of previous movie themes impacted this story?
It made it so much better for me. Every time I heard something else, I was like, ooh, wow. Ooh. And I was like,
I'd say overall,
Yeah.
I'm against it, with some exceptions.
Okay.
So the inclusion of the Superman theme, I loved. That makes me so happy. But I think too heavy-handed on the Batman theme. We heard that too much, and maybe that's personal preference. I like that theme, but when I hear that theme, I feel Tim Burton-y. And I don't want to feel Tim Burton-y. The newer themes were underserved. Like, we heard Wonder Woman's theme once, and it wasn't the edge. It didn't have the edgy
they kind of
sound.
like softly brought it in.
Yeah, they like smooth jazzed it a little bit. And we barely heard Clark's theme, which you get a lot of in Man of Steel, like the quiet. I love that so much.
Yeah.
And I don't think we got anything of the Batman theme from BVS. Like, if you're gonna do a Batman theme, do what Hans Zimmer did from The Dark Knight. Like, let's get some of those vibes in there rather than going all the way back to the Keaton film.
It could have been done well. But in the context of a disjointed film, where I'm going, which story is this? Why am I watching this story? Whose story is this? I was expecting to be reminded of Man of Steel. I was expected to be reminded of Batman v Superman, but I'm being reminded of stuff that I'm like, I feel like you're trying to manipulate me into like these harken back to these movies that other people liked, that I wasn't maybe as big of a fan of a lot of the population, just because I was too young at the time when I saw them. Right, it felt more like an excuse for the disjointed movie that we got. Like, let's just make everyone feel good when they walk out of the theater. And I'm like, but I was going to feel good if I saw the completion of Zack Snyder's trilogy of films. I don't feel good just because you played a theme that I really enjoy.
Was it a studio decision where they were like, okay, let's remind people of stuff that we think they did like, that we did do well years ago? Or was it just Danny Elfman? Like, did they hire him to do something? And he
Danny
came
Elfman
in.
was like, you know what?
Yeah.
We're going to leave this in.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm going to make a weird connection, because have you guys ever played Mario Kart?
A long time ago.
Okay, so when I love Mario Kart. And when I used to play Mario Kart, you know, your goal is to race, and your goal is to win the race.
Yeah.
But sometimes it goes horribly, and you realize, I'm not going to win this race. So what do? You start shooting your friends. You start driving off the track on purpose.
Oh, man.
You do whatever you can do to make it fun.
Yeah.
And I'm like, And I'm like, is that what Danny Elfman's doing? Like, does he know this is a mess? And he's like, I'm just going to screw it up even more, you know?
I feel like it was just one of those things where, like you saying, they're turning the corner. And I think it was like, oh, let's show evidence that we're turning the corner. And we'll do that by throwing in some of what you used to love.
Yeah.
You know? Like you said, they skipped Hans Zimmer's themes from the Batman trilogy, from the Nolan Batman trilogy. They skipped those altogether. Why? Because that was reminiscent of who? Nolan, who went to produce movies that Zack Snyder did. Let's all remember that we're not going to keep going the dark route. We're going to do a big shift. I think that's part of it for me.